as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Hello, 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 hello. Let me just move this over here. You know, I like to have it perfect. How are you all going tonight? Quiet stream tonight. I know I'm just feeling subdued, feeling quiet. How are you all going tonight? How are you all feeling? I hope you're doing well out there. I'm going to say hello to some people. Then we're going to get into drawing. Did you see the other one? I did. I shared that on Twitter, where James is like, let me tell you something. I've got to actually read. I've got to actually pull it up and read it. I'll do that in a second, but I'll say hello to you all lovely people here first before I do. Let me say hello to Norin Rad. Take my small hand. Yeah, I didn't play it. I need to play that when we stream with Rob. I feel like that's our intro. We got Genuine Comics in the house. How you going, Dave? Mark Burtonshaw, you're catching it live. We're doing it live. Ryan Blue Thunder is in the chat, just laying down the quotes here. We've got Daniel Russell here. We've got my wife in the house while I'm in the cottage. Who else? Mo Biggs says, nice try, Bancroft. Hail, Mo Biggs. What am I trying, Mo? What am I doing? We got Timberwolf here. He says, good morning, Christopher Burkle. Eric Grant. Who else do I see? Mr. Monkey Boy. I see SDA Leighton Gay a little bit, a couple of minutes late. It's late. It's after. It's late in the evening here. It's 6:20 in the PM. Anonymity's here. Who else? Who else? Jeremy Burtz. They say Jeremy. I'll say it again. Again and again. There's my boy D. Keen Scene. Who else has joined us tonight? Atheline's here. I see Finacha. Oh, I saw you guys were talking about Tracergate. We can talk about that if you want to, if you're interested. Seven's in the house. Love to see Seven in the chat, as always. We're going to do some tracing tonight. Trace my my shoddy sketches. Lord Raven is here. Who else? Linkovich is here. Antoine Dennison. I was loving, Antoine had to dip out, but I was loving Jeremy's House of the Dragon stream earlier. That was great. We got Red Gaze in the house. How you going, buddy? Man, it feels like it's been forever. Great to see you, Red. I hope you're doing okay today. Bancroft streamed extra late to gatekeeping. I didn't, Mo. I didn't. It's just been one of those days. It's been one of those days. I tell you what. Mo says D is a true patron of the Bogan Arts. He's indeed. Finatra says, sure. Yeah, I guess that's what I get, huh? I guess that's what I get. I suppose I had it coming with the old... I hope Eric hires Vicky to organize his operation. I saw he called her out. Red says, it has been forever, lol. Had to move and some time off. Much needed time off. I hope you're feeling good as possible today. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you this. I'm going to stop sharing this. That's what we're going to be drawing tonight for a little bit. Just going to hang out and draw a little bit. I want to start sharing this. People have been saying is this Patrick Thomas Parnell and Martina Marcoda? No, that's James Morrow from The Lucent Waking Dream and his girlfriend Amita. No, I can't remember her last name. It starts with an R. That's terrible. How could I not remember the last name of my own character? That is awful. Hold on a sec. Rajan, that's it. Just blanking on it there for a second. I'm pretty sure it's Rajan. It's in the interview section. If I go to it, Arthur Forsyth, yeah, Amita Rajan. Our Sikh character. We're all about representation. It's not Rabadi. No, it's not retard either. We've got Arik in the house. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say. He's talking to these two people in the suits here. You're not supposed to know who they are yet, but they are French. I want to read you what he says to them. And keep in mind he's Scottish. So if there's any Scottish people in the chat, let me know how accurate. I think I researched this. I'm not gonna do the Scottish accent. Or maybe I should do a Scottish accent. Can I do a Scottish accent? All right, I'll try that. He says, but you know these wannabe regents. Like my mom always said, a nod's as good as a wink to a blind horse. Know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying right there. And she's French, and she says, no, I have no idea what you are saying. That's that panel. These are the exciting things you'll find in Painted Death. Sign up now. But that's the first panel. Christopher says he is 16th Scottish. Yeah, Scottish. It's shite to be Scottish. Remember Train Spotting? I read the book. It's written in Scottish, so it's like phonetic and everything. You get used to it. You get used to it. All right, let's get back to that. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. I think I'm okay with my Scottish accent. I mean, it's totally stereotypical. It's not. It sounds a bit like anyone who tries to do Scottish, you end up talking like who's that comedian with the grey hair? Billy Connolly. All right, let's try drawing. Let's try drawing some James Hare. How about that? Oh, what did Mo say about House of the Dragon? Actually, he said 2 was good, but that one line was unintentionally hilarious. My daughter is of pure Valerian blood. Sometimes when you do a race swap, you need to rewrite some dialogue. I haven't actually seen the episode yet. Jeremy said it's sort of like the build up to the 3rd episode. So I'm gonna wait. Actually, you know what? I thought I have him here so I can look at him. I'll turn off my background sketch, wherever that is. No, that's not that. Is that it? There we go. So I can see him better. Here to trace my own artwork here. Gray hair and Parkinson's. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. Ryan says, anyone who's ever interacted with Scots know there's no fucking way to understand Scots. Well, one of the guys that this character is based on was Scottish, which has worked well. Antoine is 3% Scottish. All right, I'm going to have to switch to the not pulling up your chats, but I will try and respond to them as best as I can. All right, let's find the layer. That's the one. I should have, when I just was, because I started drawing this guy again for the first time the other day. And it was such a breeze compared to other things. And, I realized it was his black hair. I gave him and Amita black hair. All you have to do is the outline, and then you just put in some lines on the inside. And, oh, it's so much better than drawing hair. It really is. Drawing. Yeah, Finn, I saw you were talking about Tracergate. been a wild ride. Getting called out by Vicky. People in the chat questioning me. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's the thing when you get on these draw streams, you show the process midway. You'll get to see the sausage half made. People have strong feelings about that sort of stuff. I never did, but I know others do. So I'm not gonna tell them they're wrong. Hopefully, when they see the final product, they'll see how much of myself I've inserted into that piece, despite where I started with it. That's really what I was doing there. I've done that quite a bit. I do it less and less. It's sort of like, it's how I learn to draw. If I don't know how to draw something, I'll just find something that's, approximates what I want and sort of use that as a starting point. Oh, Finn says, send me the link. I'll read the chats if you like. If not, no problem. Do you want to get Finn in here? I haven't had Finn on the channel in forever. I'm going to get Finatra here. Hold on a sec. Let me send you the link, Finn. No, where am I? Where am I? I haven't had Finatra on here in forever. I listen to Finn more than you know, but I can't really watch. I can't really interact with it because it's so late. I'm usually watching just before I go to bed or something like that. Right. Finatra. There he is. I can't believe he streams for so long. It's like he'll start before I go to bed. I'll go to bed. I'll get up. He's still friggin' going. Mo says, Finn, when you're reading the chats, don't forget to read the chats. That's true. Bretsky the Great says, Mike, you don't need to explain art is art no matter how you get it. Oh, look, I'm not, it's not like I'm not making excuse sort of thing. Red Gay says that bottleneck is too long. Where's the stubby? Red, I got to get you and Nerium on. They made an actual baby bottle sized VB stubby. I've got to show it to you guys. It was hilarious. I had it for my birthday stream. What sounded creepy? What sounded creepy? Yeah, Finn's coming on. I guess I better put my earphones on when Finn gets in. Why doesn't Finatra have a wrench? Terrible behavior. I don't know why. Maybe he doesn't want one. I mean, I'll give him one. I don't know if he wants one, though. I don't know if he wants one. I never presume. Never presume. Yeah, it was like we got it. We were laughing, and Clark gave it to us with his little 4-year-old hand. I was like, that's like weird. They're called VB throwdowns, aren't they? I don't know, but we found, I was like, I've got to get it. Finn can teach me about Shigema because I missed that. And someone's explained it to me, but I might be saying it wrong, actually. But I hope I send it to the right account. Finn doesn't have a new account, does he? July 4th. Okay, cool. There he is. Hold on a sec. Hear the blip. Let me put in a headphone so we don't get an echo. Mo brings up a very good point. He says, if Finn has a wrench, how will I time him out if he runs amok? Finn, do you want a wrench?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I post links and stuff.
People always like, give this guy a wrench. Give this guy a wrench. And
right.
I don't know if they want one. I don't know if they want that responsibility.
Oh, look at all these wonderful people here, man. What's up, Checkpoint?
I know, right?
Yeah, man.
How do I get so lucky?
Preparation plus timing, skills. You know, you can't get a good crowd if you don't know how to trace. You know, You know,
It's true.
I
My tracing game is tight these days. I'll tell you that.
I've been tracing lately too. I've been doing like a practice inks and stuff like that. So you know, I got a little offended. Vicky shows up on my stream like the previous day. And I'm like, yeah, Vicky. I'm like, you're doing a video about my boy. She's like, oh, what I can't create. I'm like, no, you can't. You can't say anything bad about background. No, how dare you? And then yesterday I tried to go over it, but I was kind of a little bit salty about it because I'm, you know, just whatever. But I guess the anger went away once I started having fun with the chat. You know, the chat really does take away all the stress though sometimes, you know.
Were you angry at me or are you angry at Vicky?
Vicky.
That's it. I mean, she's right though. She's allowed to have an opinion.
And I was kind of like, you know, just yes, but then she has the reason to get blowback from, like, you know, to get criticized back for it, and that's a bad thing because I was like, once I started trying to go through how I was going to criticize her, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to even go there. I'm not going to do it. This doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at all. She's just she's just mining for content, I guess, right?
We all are, sadly. That's the situation. We're trying to get people to watch what we're doing. And I ran into that these last couple of days. I was like, because I've been doing these you know, daily videos, and I'm happy to, you know, critique mainstream stuff or whatever a little bit and that sort of stuff. I would prefer to just sort of highlight cool Comicsgate stuff that's happening. But when there's sort of nothing really happening, and you know, when nothing really happens, that's when people start talking about like each other. That's when that sort of starts to pick up. But
that's true.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't want to do another video about trans comic books and stuff like that. And there's just nothing I could do a video on. So it just feels a bit weird. But I get it. Look, I get it. And you know, the whole thing about it is, you know, like, this is me like learning to draw as I go. This is sort of how I do it. You know, I sort of figure things out. If I don't know how to do something, I'll have a crack at it and then I'll start putting my own spin on it as I go. So, you know.
Bancroft, you monster, you traced the wave. Yeah, that's what David Feed says. That's it. Yeah. Refund my Lucid 2 perk. Oh no. I
can't wait till you guys see the final product of that too. Like it's gonna have a big you know, they had there was the lightning bolt at the end of Waking Dream. I don't know, people might not know. Like, there's going to be that's the whole point of it. There's a big like lightning bolt just straight down the middle of it, lighting the whole thing up. It's going to look sick.
Kami Mark in the house. Hail to you. Here he says, hail to you.
Kami Mark.
Kami Mark's in the house.
How's your
Krishna
Kid going, Mark? I wonder if it's because you were checking that campaign too. The other day, wondering if it's shadow banned, or we were wondering if it's shadow banned or if Indiegogo is just, I don't know, dodgy or something. Like the actual user interface or the timeline thing is dodgy. We couldn't really figure it out. I don't know what he thinks.
I like how Ryan Blue Thunder is starting to speak Spanish now.
Is he? What's he saying? Yeah. Do you speak Spanish?
Vicky es una mujer loca. I think you know what that means.
I know loca.
Yeah, mujer is a woman.
What you trying to get crazy with me essay? Don't you know I'm loco?
Yeah, man. You used to jam out to Cypress Hill back in the day?
I went to see Cypress Hill. I took Mel.
Oh, cool.
Mel does not smoke weed at all, and I don't either.
The whole place was up in smoke, right?
Well, you know, that's like that. What's that song? Hits from the
Bong?
Or
yeah, that was a great song.
Yeah, one of them. And like it just plays that
pack it,
beat or that hook or whatever. Yeah.
From the bone.
You know, it plays that bit of the song.
Yeah,
and just it was pretty normal crowd. I mean, what you imagine a Cypress gig, and it was an enclosed room.
Oof.
And just the whole place just lights up in one moment, everyone around us, and not like little joints, but massive blunts,
Right.
huge, and it's just like this waft of smoke just everywhere. It was pretty rad.
It could be pretty
rad.
overwhelming. It's quite the unique smell to it.
Well, I played poker for years and years with weed heads, so they were like all about that.
I love playing poker.
Oh, me too. Wish I could do it again. A bit more. I got no time for that stuff anymore.
Oh, well, I mean, it takes, I mean, when you're playing like tournaments or long game, you know, you sit there 4, 5, 6, 8 hours sometimes at just one table doing a tournament. It's like, geez, man. And if you don't win, or at least get the top 9 or to the final table and get some kind of
final
payout.
table.
Yeah.
It's like, barely even worth it. Well, I play mostly cash, but even then, even though you can sort of like get up and leave whenever you want, I can never, that's just not how my brain works. So if I get back into the cash games, all of a sudden now whenever I'm not playing, I'm watching like videos on the latest techniques and, you know, trends in cash games and stuff, and I'm just like, I just get too into it. I'm not addicted like that, so I just have to go cold turkey on the poker.
And you got a new discipline here. You got you're doing a whole nother thing over here. And I would imagine taking like wearing, spreading yourself out thin on other things that really don't matter. It's not really worth it, right?
That's right. Yeah,
I had to get distracted.
Yeah, before I got 1,000 backers on a comic book, I would go and play poker every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes, you know, on a weekday. And then you just have to think, well, what do I want to focus on growing? And it's a pretty obvious choice for me.
Our Cufto says, how's that saying go? Never ascribe malice when it could be incompetence. Something like that. What's that about?
That's a good.
Oh, about the criticism.
I don't know what it's in reference to, but I generally agree with that.
Ryan
Mo says, when I reminded Finn that when he's reading the chat, he should read the chat, some people thought I was joking.
It is kind of overwhelming sometimes, though, isn't it? Hi, Mel. Mel B. Good day. It's kind of, that's the hard thing. I feel real bad when the chat's going, and I'm just really hard to catch up. It's really hard to catch up on them, and I feel like I'm kind of neglecting them. It's when I'm doing a show, it's kind of difficult for me to kind of process all that information at once, you know.
I feel you.
But yeah, sorry, Mo Big. I'll put some more effort into try. Oh shoot. But yeah, to me, weed is the same as it's fun to hear potheads talk about how different one smells. Well, mi novia es un. Oh yeah, Ryan Blue Thunder said he wants to propose to his girl, and she said she's really opposed to comics or something like that. I've missed the freaking chat over here.
What do you mean opposed to comics?
So I want to propose to my girlfriend, but she is dead set believing that comics are for children. She's very Latin, and she says it's not for adults, which is a problem. He's gonna have to give up comic books if he's gonna want to get with her.
Well, I mean,
or hide them, hide them behind the toilet.
People think I'm drawing PTP here. I'm not drawing PTP, guys. I swear.
It's a cool beard.
Yeah, I used to know this guy. I mean, not this exact guy, but I styled it off this guy that I knew. That's pretty much what I did here with this character. It's not my fault that PTP also has a beard.
You know, Ryan, he says Latin culture says comics are for kiddos, but I grew up when I was collecting and reading comics. My mother had a whole stack of digest size books that were Spanish soap opera comics called novelas. So when people say a novella, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, I'm like, but that's not what they're saying. But back in the day, they had adult comics for, they were like soap operas, just adults being mean to each other, and all that drama, life stuff. But even my sisters were reading them, while I was sitting there reading Spider-Man or whatever. They were the other, two sisters, my mom, they were like reading these Spanish soap operas, books, novelas and shit. Pretty good. I read one, but it's just in Spanish, so I couldn't really keep up with it. Cool PTP art, Sheila Alien says.
Most people didn't like this character in the book because he's like a goofball. So I don't know what they're harboring, like bad thoughts about Patrick. I don't know.
You need that guy in the book, though. The first book, I got to go back and read it again because there is so much to unpack. But I guess when you get the second book, that'd be great to go back and really put things together. How many stories do you have so far? 5?
What do you mean stories?
Or volumes, or of the Lucent? Like you're on the second one now. Like,
how many all up?
Yeah,
6. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna work with Joe to sort of see if I want to, if there's a way we can like condense things, and get rid of things and it's without affecting the story. But so that we don't have to like make people wait so long to get the final conclusion to it all. But we'll see how that goes. I do like kind of like a slow burn, so I don't know.
Yeah. Shigama.
Sheila had a good point in your chat the other night. She was like, if only he'd just like gone off some AI, then no one would be saying anything.
Oh, she said that yesterday.
Damn,
yeah,
Sheila.
she said.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. Where were you, Sheila? Earlier, save me a headache.
You could do a 3D. Oh, you use Procreate or something?
This is in Clip Studio.
Oh, you're using Clip Studio now?
Yeah.
Or have you always
I've been using Clip Studio for a while on the inks. I used Photoshop for the colors, but
okay. Because they have the 3D. You could load up the 3D models and stuff.
Yep.
Which doesn't work for me.
I'll use assets for certain poses and stuff. I want to see perspectives. I'll use I've got a whole suite of cars, and I've got a motorbike and other stuff like that I wouldn't have a hope in hell of being able to draw without.
Jonas, sweet hail, Ice Queen hail, Eric Grant. That's cool, man. Yeah, I try to do that. I try to use the assets, and I never really get a good flow out of it. It doesn't look like natural, or it doesn't look like it was free flowing. It just kind of looks stiff. But if you could do it,
yeah, no, that's a real thing. Like I get that criticism all the time, and I think that's fair enough. But it's like, I don't think I'm ever going to be Kenneth Roquefort, and I'm not really here to be Kenneth Roquefort, So I'm just going to keep doing my thing, telling my story, doing it the best I can, trying to get better as I go. But yeah,
it might be the same approach that I use with the music, because I can't distinguish musical notes from each other. I'm kind of like tone deaf in a certain way, but for some reason I could just put music together. But at the same time, I'm doing a lot of tracing, I guess. I'm using other people's beats. I can make my own beats, but it's really difficult. So I'm doing a whole lot of other things to make it seem like there's a whole bunch of production into it that I put into it. If I didn't make the beat by scratch, though, usually it's just like templates that I'm kind of putting together and making it sound like a good product, So in a way, it's not really, it's kind of musical tracing in a way.
John Malin's in the chat. He says, notice me.
Why, well, John, if I could can't highlight you. You are noticed, John. Welcome. Hail to you. Shigama. You know what Shigama is? It's a first
tell
word.
Me about Shigama, because I think I've had it explained before, but
the thing was on my channel, like some people started calling it the Church of Stank. And like
Yeah.
Improby and different guys are just like messing with me, saying, "Hey, our Lord Finatra here today at the Stank Church and stuff." And so I seen like I was looking up like funny videos, and I seen Kenneth Copeland talking in tongues. Kenneth Copeland, the televangelist guy who makes like billions of dollars, preaching the word and making money. He started. It was his first word when he started speaking in tongues. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's like,
Shigama.
some shit. It's like, what the hell? And he just goes on like a pro with it. Like this guy actually thinks he's saying something, so he kind of just adopted the Shigama. So it's kind of like, peace be with you kind of thing, you know.
Is that one of those churches where they'll like put the hand on them and they'll fall back and stuff?
I've been through that one time, dude. I try to resist, man, and I was like, whatever.
You succumb?
I succumbed to it. Yeah, it was so annoying to me. I'm like, dude, you're invading my space right now, and I love God, praise Jesus, but get your hand off my freaking head. You're not putting any force. You're not doing. Yeah, you're not pulling the force tricks on me, buddy. They do it though, man. They get into it. It's you know what? It's great. It's a club. You know, they're all and it's all positive. Really, it's not. You know, they're speaking the gospel, and it's nothing bad and crazy. It just could look a little. It just could look a little bit crazy. They start running around like the black churches get real crazy with it.
Well, kind of people come into a stank stream, you know, out of the blue. They might think you guys are a bit crazy.
Oh well, that's exactly. You know, that's why Kenneth Copeland is perfect. He's perfect content.
We've got Victor Cabani, who I'm not sure I've seen before. He says, "Hi, Comicsgate." Hi, Victor Cabani. Great to have you here.
Welcome to Michael Bancroft's channel. Be sure to check out the descriptions below. You got anything down there for them to check out? Let me see.
I've got the link to CG Now. I've got the link to Painted Death.
You do.
I've got some links to some other channels. Fultonland, just sort of like on hiatus, but Rob's channel's down there. And
Camel Moon.
Camels. And also sub to Finatra.
Yeah, if
you like. Stream again tonight?
I shouldn't. I need to get some work done. I've been not getting any work done. I'm doing a drawing for somebody that I'm actually tracing. I traced their real life picture, and it's off, man. It's
what totally you do on this channel.
And go check him out on the other platforms that he's provided down there: Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, other ones that you may or may not use.
Odyssey, Rumble.
Odyssey, yes. I was about going to Rumble, $10 a month, I think, and you could stream or whatever, and I guess you could make some money on there. But I thought I was going to take the crazy part of the stank stream, like when I open up the chat and just take it over there to Rumble. But I don't know if they like that type of content over there, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I don't think they care.
Oh, cool.
I don't think they care at all about what goes on Rumble.
Yeah, so I could just kind of keep the music in, like the short, like short streams, like you do, like an hour, something with purpose, and I could just keep those up and then do all my other crazy internet streams over on a different channel or onto Rumble or something, Yep. I
think so.
I'd try stuff out.
This bootleg saying, he said, John Malin, you said earlier that you liked McDonald's. Well, you were very near the world's last hot and now hamburger place in Sturgis, Michigan. It's like McDonald's was in the 80s, so actually good. Is McDonald's shit in the States now?
It's poison.
Oh,
it's acrid. It's acrid carbon burgers.
Oh, it's actually half decent here.
Well, you have actual chicken.
The worst.
Australia and Canada uses actual chicken and not whatever they're feeding us over here in America.
We have laws that force them to not feed us poison, I suppose.
Happy birthday, KSSS. Well, they got like Frankenfood. Yes. That's what they call it here, Frankenfood. Like they're just pink slime and it's freaking all horrible.
I'm sure they probably do the pink slime as well, but I think that it comes from animal.
Something.
I don't know.
Sign up for Boots and Heels by Camel Moon.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It does. He's working hard remastering that, redrawing it pretty much.
Ryan was asking John Malin if he's going to a con. They're trying to get him to go to Matsuri, but I don't think he says probably not. Maybe a different one.
Are you going to go to the one in Orlando next year that everyone's talking about going to?
Is that Fan Expo? Or MegaCon?
I can't remember
or
the name of it. MegaCon. Yeah, that sounds right.
Do I got to buy a ticket now?
About...
right now at this moment?
I don't know.
Because I looked at a couple months ago. I looked at New York Comic Con, and that shit is sold out. Because that's the closest one to me. Really? I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go to New York. But at the same time, I don't know what their policies are for public, COVID policies and all that stuff. And I want to have to deal with that. I'll wear a mask, but just...
Mo asks, Bancroft, do you ship to South Africa? I think so.
Do we know anybody from South Africa?
I think the only place I can't ship to at the moment, apart from China, is Macedonia. There's some sort of blockade going on there, but
really,
yeah, I think I shipped. Someone asked in the chat and I missed it. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can. I don't quote me on that, but if I can't, you want to buy something, you want to buy the Lucent through CG Now. If I can't, I'll organize a refund. No problem. I don't think this should be a problem.
So about the cons again for next year, is that going to be Fans Fest or is it going to be the MegaCon?
I think it's people are talking about going to MegaCon.
Okay.
Everyone went to MegaCon this year, and I just thought it was a good place and a good time for us to kind of do a meetup or something like that.
How much would it cost you?
Hang out with Camel.
How much would it cost you to travel?
A lot of money.
A lot of money. Make sure you join and subscribe to his channel and hit him up with some lovely tips and stuff so he can save up, and because that's going to be some thousands of dollars, huh?
We haven't gone to France in 4 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna go to France, and then I'll probably Mel and the kids will stay in France with Mel's parents, and for however many days I'll hop over the pond.
Awesome. Yeah.
And stay with Camel a bit, come down to go up to Orlando. I don't know where it is. And just meet up with people and hang out. I wouldn't do any con stuff. I wouldn't have a booth or anything like that, but I'll definitely hang out and party and go to restaurants or whatever. Do whatever people do.
Attractions,
yeah, Orlando. I've never been to the States, so I'd really look forward to meeting everyone and also experiencing the greatest country in the world, as it's called.
I could rapid fire through some of these chats here real quick because there's a few right here.
If you could, that would be awesome.
Yep. Ryan says, "What happened to for the Fans Fest?" I don't know. Mel B doing the work again. Bancroft saying them. I think we do. Okay. Mark says, RCG UK meetup is in a couple of weeks, so they're having a meetup over there.
Cool.
Dang. MegaCon sounds fun. Travels from Australia and is Dallas. Money. Yeah. Good morning, Ali Sanguis.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.
Hello, Ali.
See for 30 we're mentioning. I think CG is aiming for MegaCon. Oh, okay. So we'll just all meet up at MegaCon and make it our party.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Camel's in the Panhandle, I believe. A lot of people moved
to Tampa.
I was just gonna mention Tampa, dude. I don't know if he's in Tampa, but I was just gonna mention Tampa because my sister moved there like 10 years ago I could definitely probably stay visit her for a week or so and kind of be in Florida and not just have to travel there and only stay for the con. You know what I mean? Like there's other things I could do too, but I don't know how far. It's probably a couple hours away from Orlando to Tampa. I would imagine it's like 2 or 3 hours.
Can you imagine Camel driving me?
Oh, just cackling like a madman.
Get in my car and we'll cackle for 2 hours with Camel. Camel has anger issues. I don't know if you heard a story he was telling us the other day that he got pulled over by a cop and the cop wanted him to get out of the car. It's like, fuck you. It's like, fuck you. I'm not getting out of the fucking car, fucking cop. Fuck, go get your fucking captain. I was like, Jesus, how are you alive? And why are you so angry?
I could relate, but usually I don't treat cops like that. But yeah, because sometimes it is like the cops are just being dicks. Sometimes, you know, it's like, no, I don't have to show you I did it. I wasn't speeding. I'm not using.
Yeah,
I'm not on my phone.
It's like, I have to show you shit.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. You're just being freaking. You just want to know who I am, and you don't have to know who I am because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm a freaking American citizen, just like you. Am I going around here asking who you are? Are you doing your job properly? Are you corrupt?
Citizen Moon.
Boy, yeah, no, I got anger issues too. I can totally relate with Camel Moon. No freaking judgments over here, buddy. Jeez, no, I definitely noticed that about Camel, but he's cool, man. He's cool. Joe Ball's in the house. God bless the chat, he says. Good to see you, Joe Ball.
Joe Ball's crushing it on his campaign.
Yeah, like, big numbers.
Finally, thankfully. It's like it takes so long sometimes for people to like build an audience.
He's been
that appreciates their work.
He's been around the right people though. He's been around good people. Yeah. Pork hunt. Oh my god. Pork. Hail chat. Hail bankrupt.
Mo says, all that time I asked Camel about his toddler playset, and he was like, I hate Mo Biggs. He's not funny. He's a loser. He did say that.
How dare him?
He did say that. It's accurate.
Because you love us, 7 of 9. He's asking, why do I pay attention to you people?
It's because we're a hoot 7. You know that.
Go follow him on Twitter, because he seems to have a hard time getting to 1,000. Like a real hard time.
Yeah, why is that? He's been here forever.
Yeah, probably because he tells people to go fuck themselves every night before he goes to bed.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know if they get the joke.
Do you want, like, if you're on Twitter and you're following someone, do you want someone to say, I love you all, you're all the greatest, kumbaya? Or do you want someone to say, like, take out a mirror, hold it up to your face, and tell yourself to go fuck yourself? Like, that's what I want to hear from my friends on Twitter.
It's quite the sort of family going on over here. Everybody's
D says to Camel and his anger issues, $20. Like, Camel is probably asleep and he's having a nightmare. He's like, oh, Bancroft just got another $20. He was upset the other day, Finn, because I streamed and I had, like, I don't know, 40 or 50 people in here. I was up against Rini and Shane. And yeah, people were just sending super chats, but big ones too, like that. $20. People were gifting memberships.
Yeah,
it was like a bonanza, and I could just see Camel sitting there seething because we'd been streaming for 3.5 hours on his stream and he barely got anything.
I watched both of them. I was there, yeah.
And on the one, he did get gifted memberships, but there was some issue with YouTube, and so no one could accept them. It was
is that because I was seeing how you were working it out on this channel actually yesterday, or it was yesterday or something like that. You were trying to figure out how to accept and distribute the how do you do that? Like, you get 5, and then how do they get distributed, parts out? It's like randomly, or do you choose who these people?
No, it's not random. It's you. First of all, the people have to allow gifts selected, but it goes to the people who chat the most. So I don't know how they work that out. I don't know if it's who've chat the most in the current chat or in general on the channel. But it rewards the people who are here the most. So I think that I mean, at least that's what it says on their side. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what they say. That's what they reckon.
Perk Hunt says, my bucket list includes getting immortalized by you in a song. He's talking to me. Does he get on stream or something?
Who's that? Pork Hunt?
Yeah. I can't make a song out of you if you don't get on the stream, and if you're not crazy and saying off the wall stuff.
That's true. Yeah. You got to be on the board. You've got to be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I appear in one of your songs.
You do.
Crawdaddy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And Joe.
And Joe. Antoine, that's B Rose. Oh no, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Fanacha is the Sarah bum guy. Yes, Sarah's bum.
Yeah, I'm the Sarah bum. Oh jeez. I have another video of me doing the same kind of thing, like my brain breaking. I can't remember what video, but there's another video of me that Perth Comics did of me simping over Allie. It's like a big kaiju mantis and like Allie's in the Thundercats freaking shooting me because I'm like sitting like Allie. She blew me up and then I still got up and I'm like Allie. It's so funny. Love that video. Perth Comics, he's a good dude. He's getting up there too with the subs, so go check him
his
out.
His videos are great. Perth Comics, you know who Perth Comics is? I figured out. Perth Comics is Eminem. Like mid to late 90s Eminem. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll go after anyone. And he puts out great content.
Yeah, he's in it, man. He's definitely in CG, like right in the deep of it, and paying attention to a lot of different people. I was gonna read this thing about Rini or something. It was a press comment. Oh, CG is my new Second Life. Yeah, well, Second Life is the Sarah Bum video. That's a classic, dude. That was Brother Gaius made that one. That's what I wanted to mention. Tracer Party.
Ain't no party like a Tracer Party.
Because the Tracer Party don't stop. I'm not smart enough to understand the lucid, 7 to 9 says.
You just need to get painted. Wait till you get painted death, and a lot of the stuff be like, oh, I think I'm starting to figure out what the hell is happening here. And you get a bit more of a feel of who's who and what's what and what's happening. But I mean, it's not like I give everything away.
Someone who
you're a smart guy, 7. I can sense that.
Somebody new jumped in the chat with an R, just the letter R, and just joined. Holy shite! It's 4 a.m. Why is Comicsgate still going?
Well, it's not 4 a.m. for me. It's 7 o'clock in the PM.
And it's 5 a.m. for me.
Yeah, these guys are crazy. I can't answer for them. I think they're crazy too. I don't know why Comicsgate never quits.
Well, you guys are over there. I think it's pretty good. You got the UK right in the middle. You got Australia at the tomorrow. You know, you're working on the next day. You know, by the time the sun comes up, and then you got. So I mean, there could be a 24-hour cycle in CG, which kind of does happen. It really does. And then you got me who freaking streams long hours or whatever, and there's always something going on. What time do you
stream for you? You stream late. You stream late. You stream really early morning and then into the kind of normal morning.
Yesterday, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I even went that long. It just, one thing leads to another, and I just kept going. I'm like, whatever. I'll sleep in. I woke up at 3 a.m.
It's 5 a.m. where John is. I presume John must be up drawing Godlike. That's the only reason why
Yeah.
a man would be up so late at this hour. Sumo Thori for $10 is Finatra on stream, so Bancroft can trace him for this character. Do you think that looks like Finn? That doesn't look like Finn.
Maybe that bald guy. No.
No, that's not a bald guy. That's that chick without any hair yet.
Okay.
I usually just ink the hair straight on. That's my method.
If this guy had shades on and like a handlebar mustache, like then I was thinking like Ro from Ro, yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, or Skip Edwards when he grows out a beard. He had something a bit going on a bit like that.
He looks like Drew McQueenie. I don't know if you know who that is, but that was funny.
Yeah, of course. McQueenie. Yeah, I have videos featuring McQueenie.
He showed up with a Skip showed up to my channel like 2 years or like when I first started with a Drew McQueenie avatar or whatever. I'm like, yo, that is you.
Yeah.
I figured blew my mind. He's hilarious.
Seven says he likes the interviews with the characters. Awesome. Yeah, I'll probably make them a stretch goal on the second book maybe. But a lot of people did. I was really surprised with that. I had no idea that was a big gamble. Doing
I liked it.
But yeah, a lot of people appreciated them.
It was like the
sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say it's like the like on MTV's Real World when they had the confessional room and they were like talking, like they're airing out their thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was it just started as I used to do it as a like a freaking writing exercise, I guess. And I just thought, you know what, I could actually draw these and I think people will get a kick out of it. And yeah, Eric Weathers actually saved my butt on them because I was so worried about how much text there'd be on the page, but he knows how to sort that out. Okay, so Bancroft says, KSS, when you come to the US, I request you review our toilets and compare them to the ones in Australia. Hockey hates our toilets for some reason. All right, it's time we clear the air about the whole toilet situation. I think 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. is the right time to do it. D liked the interviews as well. Bancroft, can you bring up one of John's streams so you can trace off D-Man? Is that like John's D-Man or the D-Man I learned about in the old trans Marvel characters? Is the new head of the old trans thing. All right. Checkpoint says the water goes the other way. Okay, so here's the explanation. I don't know how your toilets flush exactly, but I'm getting the feeling like they swirl. Yep. Is that correct? Okay. Our toilets don't swirl. Period.
They flush and get sucked in like a vacuum.
We have a whole different flushing system where the water sort of gets spurted out around the sides, and then when it comes in, it kind of like a wave. A wave you can trace. It goes like that, and then it just sort of like sucks away.
Like industrial toilets.
It comes back up.
We do have those toilets, but
swirling
like
action.
The home toilets swirl, but like when you go to a restaurant or like urinals or like industrial strength toilets and stuff, those all kind of like are forced down by like a flush of water, like really hard. It's not really much of a swirl though. It's probably what you guys got.
You can go to and we have Perth Comic brings up, we have the half flush, which was invented by an Australian because we have water issues here. Whenever there's a drought, it's like you're only allowed to have a shower this often, all that sort of stuff, and save money on the. So I think it's actually by law now you have to have a dual flush toilet, and so there's a half flush. So if you just go number one, you can just do the half flush. Number two, you do the full flush, and it just saves water. And
that's a good idea.
And we also have less water sitting in the bowl. I don't know why, but Americans have said that. It's like it's lower down.
I guess the technology hasn't changed at all with the toilets around here in America for home use.
I mean, if it ain't broke,
Well, they're made to work the other way, so they are just fighting themselves. I don't get what Checkpoint's saying here.
Oh, right. No, because of what's it called? What is that? phenomena called because the water spins in a different direction.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, there's like a country where they're right on the equator, and they have these two, I guess, bowls with a hole in the middle, and you can fill it with water, take the plug out, and see it spin one way, and then you can just walk over to the other side of the equator, which is just there. Like it's just, you're walking, I don't know, however many yards away, and do the same thing, and it'll spin in the opposite direction because it's on the other side of the earth, even though it's like, because they're on the equator.
I'm so confused.
Pork Hunt says the dude who created the flush toilet was called Thomas Crapper. Yeah, and that's probably why they called it a crapper. Coriolis effect. Thank you so much, Linkovich. Yeah.
Mel B says German toilets are something else. What's that? What about German toilets?
I don't remember. I do have a funny German toilet story though. Actually, I've got two funny German toilet stories. The first one was I used to live in a what's it called? Like a dormitory, a university dormitory in Germany. And there was only one other Australian there. And I went in to do a number 2, take a dump. And I heard another guy, like in another stall, just let massive fart rip or whatever. And I just started laughing. I was like, like that, because it was a funny noise. And I guess he heard me, but it was my friend. He was like, he thought that sounded like my laugh, but he didn't want to say, "Hey Mike, is that you?" Because if it wasn't me, then you'd have some, I don't know, random foreign person going, "Nein, this is the whatever," So he just said some random word. So he just said Batman, like that. He said Batman. And I was just like, what the fuck? Batman? And then he realized it was me. And we just started laughing our asses off so hard. And from then on, for years, we called each other Batman. Like, hey, Batman. Hey, Batman. That's it. Just from that stupid joke thing. And then the other story I have is there was one German staying in the dormitory because it was supposed to be for international students, but I don't know, for some reason he got sent there, and he was a fucking asshole. He was like a big built German. You'd imagine, back in the day he would have been a SS officer or something. He was like, He was scary, and he listened to German hardcore, like Rammstein stuff, like in his full ball. And one time we went over there to tell him to like turn it down. He looked like he was going to kill us. And he had no respect for anyone because he was like, you're all immigrants, you're all foreigners, get out of my country. So he would never flush. He would never flush the toilet. He would just leave it there. So you walk in, you're like, what is this? And you'd open the stall door, and he would leave he's a big guy. He'd leave these massive stinking German turds in the toilet. And we were like, we got to get rid of this guy. And we were kind of scared of him because he looked like he would have just like crushed our skulls or something. It's like the mountain.
Bancroft is
I don't remember anything weird about the
German
German toilets though.
Somebody said, come to a Josh stream and talk about toilets.
You're lucky to get drawing on my draw strings. I rarely do that.
I was gonna I figured I would try to help, but then freaking reading these things are kind of hard and keeping up and having a conversation. But I thought you could get a little more done if you had somebody in here helping you out.
I mean, I'm happy to have you here. I don't know how much I'll get done though. I always I find it very difficult to draw and talk. It does not come natural to me. It's like the parts of my brain that I use for whatever I'm doing, they're like, I kind of shut down. But I try my best.
Everybody's so with his heard.
Some people are good at it. Not me. Corey Barton, he can do it pretty well. I can't seem to manage it.
CG is up 24/7. CG never sleeps. By now, there should be a CG stream running at every hour. That's what KSS says.
I mean, I always go like, oh, there's nobody streaming in all of Comicsgate, and I was always go like, why is that a thing? How is that possible? But it happens occasionally.
You picked actually a great time because it's usually when it's like in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, you start streaming with Rob, and it goes to about 5 a.m., 5:30 or something, and then I'll stream, and it just kind of keeps the party going. Or maybe even Ethan will stream at 6 in the morning. Sometimes he does it too, you know. There's always
draw stream at that time usually.
Mm-hmm. Or him just talking about the news or whatever, you know, which is cool. Just talking about stuff that's happening in the industry or crazy stuff on Twitter, you know. But for the most part, there's always something going on in CG, I think. There's a lot of people there's like, man, listen. There's people that I forget to subscribe to when I had my last channel. And I see him again. I'm like, dude, I didn't even freaking sub to you. I forgot. I kind of forgot about you. I'm sorry. And so a lot of these people, they're not even around really. I mean, they may be around a certain corner in CG, but they're not really getting around too far or engaging with the chat. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's on you, guy. You know, you got to get out there. People will show up if you hang out in the chat and tell people about it. You know.
Bo says the sun never sets on Comicsgate. Yeah, I had Cider Hype for the first time the other day, and people didn't know who he was in my chat, which is just like, that's going to show like Cider's on JDA's whenever JDA streams, and JDA gets a crowd. He can get 200, 300 people in there depending on what he's talking about. And you know, I had, I don't know what, 150 people in watching the stream the other week. So it's not like the point I'm trying to make is it's not like these are small channels that get, you know, less than 10 people. So they've, you know, never seen them. It's like these people are out there, but now the corners of Comicsgate are like, there's so many different places. And if you're not subscribed to this person, yeah, someone can just fly under your radar for a while. Anton says, yeah, I've never heard of Cider before. I mean, he does have his campaign up on Kickstarter, so that I don't know if that's the thing, but
I'm kind of happy for Cider because he is making the right moves now, and I hope it does work out for him. He's doing the right moves and he's getting around, and definitely John letting him host his channel, you know, let him host the show for a day or whatever. That's really cool that John trust him like that. So I could definitely and I have Cider on too. I had him on like last month when he started campaigning. I had him on a lot actually, and he's always invited too. So it was kind of cool to see him, and you giving him the spotlight over here, and that was nice of you to do that.
He's a good guest. He's you know, I like anyone who can hold a conversation and has opinions and stuff like that. You probably aware, like, not a lot of comic book people are kind of you know, quiet and introverted and a bit awkward.
Me.
It's
yeah,
not easy to find.
That's all me. I'm like the worst at conversations sometimes, like general conversations. We talk about concepts, you know, different things like that. I probably get into it, but it's really hard for me to get into a general conversation with someone I'm not sure who they are, or what, you know, what their temperaments are, you know, sensibilities and stuff like that. It could be a little difficult for me to connect with some people sometimes. And being in front of a whole bunch of people, like 150 people, like as much as I've been YouTubing, and I would, man, listen, I'm like, I don't know how to entertain 100 people. I can entertain 20 or 50 people. I can't entertain 100. Me personally, you know. So when you do it, or, you know, Cider even on this thing, John gets freaking 1,000 now. John Malin, John De La Rose gets 200, 300. You know, it's like
Malin's getting massive numbers. It's so good to see. Like, it's been a long time coming for another like proper Comicsgate channel to you know, get like 1,000 people watching. And I know they do it on the Jack show, but you know, Malin's I reckon he's very close. I don't know how many he had in there today. What, it was like 700, 800 or something. He's getting very close. So that will be
post
like,
gangs. I was passed out. Yeah, woke up and seen the video.
That'll be a big deal. for CG YouTube. Mo says I got to head up to bed. How the panel? How chat? How Mo?
Hail
I'm
to you,
not sure
bro.
if I'll see it tomorrow. I'll see. Actually, there's a lot of people been showing a lot of good art. I might do another one of those. Let's check out some cool art videos tomorrow. I want to do something positive. Getting sick of the negativity.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then, Mo.
See you, Mo Biggs. Yeah. Sometimes I talk about news articles or things going on, and like there's days I do not even want to get into it. Like I just don't want to talk about anything like negative or crazy or black pilled or doom and gloom. I just want to
It drags you down.
I started getting into metal, dude. I've been listening to freaking metal albums now, and because of all the chat, like they're there because like I do the music thing, so a lot of people there are fans of music. Like, and I just one day I was just decided I'm just gonna ask the chat. Give me some albums to listen to because they're making fun of me for listening to Metallica, and I see why now. But I still like Metallica.
Why?
And,
Well, hang on. What's wrong with Metallica?
Just
It's
tropey.
not, like,
just real tropey. It's like too available. I guess or like radio, corny. No, I like It's hard for me to explain. But they said, why are you listening to Metallica when Megadeth is coming out with the new album? And I'm like, oh, okay. I started listening to Megadeth. I got to about the 5th or 6th album, and I stopped. I'm like, yes, these 2 albums right here, perfect. And I've just been jamming out to that. Been jamming out to some old 80s metal. I'm trying to go back and revisit the history of a lot of this stuff, just to get my mind off of the crap, and then connect with the chat on their level. Meet the fans or meet the people where they are. You know what I mean? So that's kind of something I thought, and that's working out pretty good. And I'm definitely an escape from all the bull crap, and definitely been turning into kind of a little metalhead over here, a little bit, a fan of some stuff, not all of it. I can't stand the growling black metal, death metal. I can't do it, dude. But if it's got some funky soul to it a little bit, it's got some groove, some good lyrics and a hook, I'm all about that. It's great.
I'm not really a metalhead. I'm not against metal at all, but I'm just, I don't know. I kind of knows what I likes and likes what I knows. Yeah. And it's just, so I don't mind Metallica. I like, their popular songs, but I don't know. I'm not into Megadeth or anything like that.
All right, I'm gonna rip through some of these chats real quick. So they're saying yes, Megadeth is greater than Megadeth is greater than Metallica. They were the butt of the jokes in the '90s. Somebody said Metallica has been the butt of the jokes since the '90s. They went super anti-pirate in the early 2000s.
Oh, I remember that. How can you forget that? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, everybody got a little upset about it. I understand where they're coming from, though, but at the same time, like I don't think they understood the power of piracy, I guess, in a way, because that's how Game of Thrones got popular. It was because people were pirating it, and then
they couldn't really foresee what was about to come with the whole digital revolution and everything. They're trying to hold on to the past, and it was just they didn't realize that horse had already bolted.
And Lars is kind of an ass. He's kind of a jackass. But he, whatever. Gotta give him his props. Oh God, not 2 boomer music streams in one day. Yeah, Genuine Comics says, I hope, and welcome to welcome, Genuine Comics. I hope your viewer count doesn't get into the thousands, Bancroft. I feel such streamers lose the interaction with the chat that makes it special.
That's what happens, isn't it? I mean, I don't know a way around that. I'm already like, if I do a bunch of streams in a row where I've got a guest on that I don't really know, so there's a lot of like, it's more like an interview because I'm getting to know them. We're sort of feeling each other out, and I can't really just like, oh yeah, Mo Biggs is like saying something that you have no idea what it is. It's an inside joke. So I feel that I didn't really connect with the chat, so I just want to do a stream where it's just me hanging with the chat and we just vibe off each other and stuff.
You can
like
make
that.
a second channel. You can make a second channel and do a couple, do those type of streams.
I didn't think
or
I'm
do
big
a member
enough
only
for that.
or member
I
only.
think I'm
streams.
big enough for that.
Yeah, you are. Why not? I think you are.
Maybe. Look, I'm not against the idea. I'm just like, yeah, maybe I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that I feel it that it sometimes it does get really hard, and you miss that. yeah, that you know, the whole point of the streams is the sort of this is the hardcore guys in the chat. These are the real dudes,
Yeah.
and you know, you got to interact with them. You got to. I mean, I'm one of them as well because I'm in the chats of like other shows as well, and yeah, you don't want to just neglect them. That's the way I feel anyway. It
Metallica,
does get
good
hard.
grooves, hooks, and awesome lyrics. That's why I like them, Val. I'm against metal, Jamie Mack says. Oh, man, that's okay. I'm a hip hop guy. I love rap. I even write raps. I can make my own album if I want, you know. But
Yeah.
it'll be that 90s kind of that 90s vibe. Hardcore, aggressive, a lot of lyrics, a lot of big words, making sense of the world and being cool while doing it. Having that attitude. Yeah. But sometimes the slow, groovy, fast raps or slow beats, fast raps, all type of stuff like that. I like rapping. It's good. But I just got tired of rap, so I don't care about the old stuff anymore like that. I kind of grew out of it. Unless it's really good and I enjoy it. I feel like I freaking love like some hip hop. I freaking love it. It's great. Every time I hear it, I could feel it. And I kind of get a little bit of that.
It's got the best hooks. Like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's cool.
So
you can always listen to it.
But yeah, you know, even like they used to make fun. They would make fun of me if I was listening to heavy metal when I was younger. You know what I mean? Because like, why are you listening to white boy music? You know what I mean? That's
really?
Yeah, it's really racist. Like, yeah. Like, but I was in the suburbs. I was hanging around skinheads who hate freaking everybody else. I was hanging around with black folks that hate white people. You know, Puerto Ricans make fun of everybody. They generally don't. You know, they'll hang out with anybody. The Puerto Ricans are kind of they don't mind. They're not really unless if you're Dominican or Cuban, then they got a problem with you. But everybody else, they're pretty good. They'll just make fun of you. Hold up. Let me get with these because I'm way behind on these chats for you over here. Michael is more into Backstreet Boys. Wow.
I know a Backstreet Boys song. Backstreet's back. All right. I know that.
Metal, rock, not my type of music. Atherline says, okay. Metallica freaking lost me after Cliff died. That was the fourth album really was unlistenable. I can't even listen to that fourth one. But the Black Album, I guess, is okay. I like it. It's the most popular one as far as radio hits go. Prince was worse, but people gave him a pass. It's trendy to hate on Lars. Yeah, Linkovich. Brian Blue Thunder says, I respect artists and their creations for sure. The big issue is those artists are getting boned by the record contract and their lack of digital rights. That's what's happening now. So you might as well just do like we're doing, you know, music gate or something, and go ahead and crowdfund your own music. I guess you could do that nowadays and just work for yourself, work for the fans.
Well, you can just get big on YouTube and then
yeah.
I mean, if you can, I don't know how easy that is. I know some people have done it.
There's only 24 hours in a day. I'm time consuming. It's time consuming. Dark Sides this comic says. D says, if you like something with a bit of groove, Primus. I'll check it out. I do like a couple like
Primus, man, that's like blast from the past. I remember Primus.
Yeah.
No, I like I tell you what, you guys might not know these guys. Carnival. They're Australian bands.
Okay.
Carnival, Dead Letter Circus. Who else? Dead Letter Circus was like the band I was listening to the most while I was conceptualizing the Lucent, actually. I didn't even know what kind of, I'm going to Google them because I don't even know what genre they are. Dead Letter Circus. I mean, you can kind of hear from the name. They are how do they describe themselves?
Duarte Perdigao, as in the chat, says hail chat. Duarte.
Duarte. It just says alternative rock. I mean, they're kind of, I think that's very broad.
Ripper's band Backwards has a cover of Bye 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 by Backstreet Boys. Or Ripper does? Oh my God. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's a metal guy too. He does a hard rock or metal or whatever, metal band, thrash band kind of thing, I think. Not really into it. But maybe I should give it a listen. I got Rich Ayala's CDs here, dude, from his Roach Balls campaign.
He makes music?
Yo.
Let me go full screen with you.
Bam.
Oh, that looks awesome. Holla for Ayola.
There you go. There you go, Richie, right there. Ah.
That is cool.
So I
What sort of music does he make?
This is probably rap. Yeah, probably some crazy, a lot of shit talking stuff, crazy rap. But I can't listen to it because I don't have a CD player. Unless I use my PlayStation. I guess if I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't have one of them either anymore.
Well,
even my computers don't have them.
My laptop one don't work. I put it in there and it just doesn't play or nothing. So I don't know. And it wasn't accepting it. I don't know. I guess I got to find a way to listen to it. Or because I'll rip the CD and I'll just put it on my phone or something so I can listen to it while I'm at work or, when I'm not at home. Rip the MP3s off and use it like that. But don't tell him I did that, though. Don't tell him anybody. Roach balls.
Yeah, but you got the CDs. You can do pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's just, Ripper has a good segment on that last Megadeth video. I want to see if because I just found out Wesley Snipes was on Frega Boom's channel last week, dude.
Yeah, I missed that. It was like I was actually invited on, but it was, I don't know,
really
4 or 5 a.m. My time, and I was like, I need my sleep.
Oh, that's like 7 p.m. for us then. Yeah. Play it on my PS4. I guess I can. Perth. I hung out with Perth on in Second Life one time, like hanging out and talking on live chat, voice and everything. He won't get on a live stream, but I think he was in did he play? I think somebody played GTA with me too. I don't know if it was Perth, but I forgot who that was. I can't remember. My memory sucks. But yeah, I hung out with Perth on in Second Life one time. We were just kind of hanging out, talking and stuff. It was pretty cool. Very nice. I have 5 minutes. I was 5 minutes behind the stream. Okay, welcome back, Case. It says I buy physical media, and if you legally rip it, FLAC. Oh, FLAC format. All right, I will. Very good.
What's FLAC?
It's a bigger, more information, more quality. More information you have, the more quality it is. Or,
Yeah.
So it's a bigger, much bigger file size. But I'm not technically don't know because you have MP3s, you have WAV. WAV is like the standard that you could put in.
Yeah, I sent an MP3 once to Ascension Cinema, and he was like, "Dude,
I need WAV."
What the fuck? He was angry at me.
Mm-hmm.
So don't send me that trash.
Like, yeah, because they're very compressed. Like a WAV file that's 10 megabytes would be 2 megabytes, and then a FLAC would probably be 30 megabytes or 50. You know what I mean? So you sent him like a very small amount of information, just enough information for him to do what he has to do, but still, like you could get a lot. It's with sound people, it's very nuanced. It's very detail oriented. Like what they're listening and hearing, like other people aren't thinking about that at all.
That's what I thought. I was like, he was like, listen to this instead of this, and I was like, oh, you're barking up the wrong tree here, buddy. I'm not that guy. Like ask Mel how about my tone deafness. I can't even hear notes. People say, oh, that's like a whatever. I mean, it sounds like the exact other thing that just happened. I just can't hear. I cannot hear it. It doesn't.
I mentioned that earlier.
Into my brain.
I got a keyboard here, and I start playing, and I just go by feel, and I go off of what my.
Did he freeze? Is that just me? Finn. F in the chat for Finn. He seems to have frozen. Yeah. Yeah. Paul Cunt says, Bancroft is ear spastic. I totally am. That's like I can't sing because I can't hear the notes and I don't know what they are. Hopefully Finn will be back. I'm enjoying hanging out with Finn. I was on Finn's first ever live stream, I think.
Well, my gut is telling me to do it's not back. Really any.
No, he's not back. While we're waiting for Finn to come back, Jeremy Burtz points out that I will be on Andy Smith today at 5 p.m. Which is like 7 a.m. for me. So I gotta make sure I get my beauty sleep tonight. Finn. Internet issues. Pork says, see colors when I hear music, synesthesia. That's cool. I found out my daughter might be one of those people who can't see things in her brain. You know, like when you close your eyes, you can't picture an image. Does Finn know he's frozen? I mean, he must know he's frozen by now. Oh, there he is. Oh, there we go. You're back.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
You're back.
Drops at least like it does that at least once, twice a week.
Dong says, how did Finn get on here? Did you send him the link by accident instead of someone else? Finn used to come on here all the time. All the time back in the day.
I felt bad. Well, I didn't feel bad, but I was like, oh.
Salmon says, when Michael says can't, it sounds like cunt. Maybe. Can't. I can say can't. It's so American. Can't. No, can't do it. Can't do it. It's not natural. You still there, Finn? Internet issues. Dean says, I didn't even know Finn and Bancroft were friends. Really? Oh man, no. Finn and I go like way back to when he first came into CG, and I snubbed him. I totally snubbed him.
Oh, forget. I mean, actually, no. Camel Moon actually passed me off to you, so you really didn't.
He did.
But even like, me and me having gone acting like people would actually want to freaking don't even know me that would work with me. I guess I just have to learn the hard way, and no, I do appreciate that, because at the end of the day, my life is pretty much I'm on my own. I'm just do it myself. You're on your own, buddy. You know, so I kind of learned that. Once I learned that in Comicsgate, yeah, other people say it too. Like, just do your own thing, man. You don't really got to depend on too many people.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't trying to teach you a lesson or anything. I was just like,
we are teachers. We're here to, you know, each one teach one. You know, we pass on the wisdom and knowledge, and that's what we're all doing, or you know, should be doing, helping each other.
But no, I remember your first ever stream. I
jumped on. You did stop by.
For a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
it got pretty freaking crazy too, man. It was like a big party in there for a minute there. Yeah, a lot of people showed up. Yeah. Geek Chorus, I think, showed up too. It was freaking crazy. Fun times. Yeah.
Says, I view Bancroft as a CG slums guy now. I mean,
oh no,
I was born in the slum.
So Jay Max mentioned earlier that the first time he encountered me was on the Oz show, and I was thinking about how crazy the Oz show was and how crazy I was. Oh, woof. And people still kind of hold me. It's like, I heard like somebody was like, is that guy who was yelling and ranting and raving on Oz's channel like a while back? Like, is that same guy? I'm like, yeah, that's me. I simmered down a bit. And there's I had a Panboy on yesterday.
Oh, really? Pan hates me. Pan really doesn't like me.
I made an observation though. I'm like, you know, it's cool to have you here, because this is like the only place it seems like you don't get into a fight with anybody. You have like, you've never been into a fight or argument or no. Like, him and Ethan were on my channel last year, and they didn't even argue with each other. They had a couple back and forth disagreements or whatever, but it didn't turn into blood sports at all. So I mean, when people want to say my channel is blood sports or drama channel, it's not really, unless you want to consider me drama, because you know, I could talk shit or get angry and stuff, and that's my problem. But for the most part, I kind of don't think my channel is a drama channel at all. Unless if I'm fighting somebody, then I guess you could say that. But for the most part, there's nobody to fight with anymore in CG. Except Vicky, I guess. But that's not, you know, that's just Vicky being Vicky.
Perth says, I'm gentrifying the CG slums. I'm coming in. I'm raising the rent. It's going to start getting expensive. Sam asks, who could hate you? Oh, people do. People do, yeah. Well, look, you know, people. Here's what happens. I'll tell you what happens. And it's got nothing to do with Comicsgate. It's just life. It's like, you know, something is said, something is done. You're friends with one guy, he's friends with another guy. He says something, you respond, and it's just like, and it just creates animosity. And then that animosity, especially if this is happening on Twitter, where people will infer their own interpretation onto what is said and so like extrapolate from that, and then it's on for young and old at that point, and then it's just like, oh god. And I try and like, I know I have a disagreement with a guy like Pan, for example, about Comicsgate. I know that. I would never try and change his mind on that. It's not my business. Like,
Right.
That's his, you know, that's his thing. I got my thing. Like, we don't have to butt heads, but occasionally we have, and it's like, and I'll take that. Like Pan, I don't know, he likes to troll, even though he might say he doesn't. But
no, he's a
he
troll.
does.
Super troll.
And like every now and then I'll bite, and then I'll like regret it because I know I'm just getting like dragged into something.
Right.
And every time it happens, I'm like, why did I do that? That's all right. Like, I hold no like great grudges against any of these guys or anything. Like I'm super chill in real life, so it's like,
you got things going on. You got important things. You're a father. You're a professional artist. You know, you're a YouTuber. You got things going on. I don't think you have.
Did you see the waves?
Hey man, you know. I would say at the bottom, like a little bit of a whirlpool at the bottom, though, a little more flow at the ground level of it, or like maybe
look. Here's the thing, like this stuff like this, when it happens, you get called out. I mean, it's a good excuse to go back and reevaluate how you could sort of make it cooler and better and more unique. I'm certainly. I mean, it was nowhere near finished anyway, but I'll certainly do that. I don't want anyone like feeling like I'm like, I don't know, cheating them or anything like that. So
professional Tracer Gate.
Well, I just lost the hearing in my earphones. It'll come back.
Are you here?
Yep. Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Somebody said something here I wanted to read to you. I'm not going to read that one though. Oh yeah, like I thought Sinatra was really retarded when he came onto the hot show. No, you're right. I am kind of retarded, but you know, a lot of this public talking and doing all this stuff has helped me out immensely. Actually, I have not.
How so?
You ever see me reach super chats back in? I mean, I'm still not that better, but I think I'm a little better at public speaking. Speak a little clearer.
Oh yeah, like that. You definitely get better at it. I mean, how can you not?
Right.
I used to get like turn the camera on and try and record without a chat, and I would just freeze. I would just go, and I would just sit there, and then I would go, and it's like my brain just wouldn't work. It was really frustrating because I wanted to do videos. It took me so long to kind of figure it out. It's about mindset. It's about like, so now when I do a video now and I record it, I just get myself into the mindset of when I'm like this live streaming, and it's just blah, blah, blah. You can just do it. So it takes a long time though. Figure that out.
Yeah, like reading out articles. Sometimes I try to act like a broadcaster and like a news guy sometimes, and I'll bring up some article I'm interested in, and definitely I get, it's not just reading, actually reading properly and then understanding, taking that information and then having a form of opinion about it, right? I'm getting a little better at doing all that type of stuff, and which is good for me, I guess. Something that I noticed that CG and all, I think one important thing that anybody should do is put yourself around the best and smartest people possible,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I hang out with like freaking incredible artists, just like kind of guys. And I think that's what you want to do. Like, just surround yourself with people who are better than you, and that pushes you to do better stuff. I find this is the best way of going about it.
If you're the smartest guy in the room, then you're in the wrong place. Or a con artist, corrupt, somebody who's a criminal, or something, you know what I mean? Somebody who's gonna lead these people right into the sun. But yeah, that's I grew kind of too big for the pond, like in real life, like all the people around me. So I got away from everybody because I'm like, once I started figuring it out, how life really, like everything started dawning on me and making sense and breaking my heart at the same time. I'm looking at everybody else like, screw you, man. I'm like, you guys are developmentally stuck. Like you guys are. I'm dumb, but like you guys are super dumb. Like I got to get away from everybody. Not everybody, but I'm getting to the point. I have no children. I'm not married. I don't have a career or anything. And everybody else around me has family and children and have homes and stuff like this. And I got kind of left behind out of that one, you know. Or I just feel like that's not, I got to get away from these people because they're making me feel bad about myself. But for the most part, all my friends and people I used to hang out with, I don't even hang out with anybody anymore. I haven't seen them in years, man. And I'm happy about it. And I found myself here hanging out with freaking in a way better situation over here. That anything could happen, so just take my time and play my cards as they come. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, sounds good.
No
Sounds
pinch.
like a good plan. Dude, it's an hour 30. I think I'm going to end it out here. Good seems a good time to end it. I got a little bit of drawing done. Thank you for coming on and
Thank you for having me.
Helping me work while
My ADD shit.
Like there's Patrick Thomas Parnell having a beer with a strange lady. She's bald at the moment. She will have hair. She has the half of the head shaved, but she's not one of those. She's an old school London goth. I can't even point that out. She's cool.
I'm not saying that.
Fanacha's saying I'm way better than you, Michael, because I have no kids. I didn't hear that. He would never say that to me. Awesome hanging out with you, Finn. Thanks so much for jumping in.
Thanks for having me. It's cool. Good to hang out with the chat.
Too long. The biggest thank you of all goes out to the wonderful, the amazing, incredible, spectacular, and phenomenal sexiest chat in all of CG.
Hell.
I'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig. But as a bundle, we form a mighty